Does karma really change your life forever? The power of karma and its role in our lives. Imagine if every action you took, every thought, every decision, had an immediate and undeniable consequence. What if life wasn't just a series of random events but a structured system governed by karma? Where everything you give, you eventually receive? This concept has been explored in various cultures and philosophies, shaping the way people understand justice, morality, and fate. In this discussion, we explore how deeply karma influences life through a powerful story about justice, deception, and redemption. However, this is more than just a story. It is a reflection of real-life situations where karma plays out in unexpected ways. We will delve into different interpretations of karma, historical cases of poetic justice, and the psychological impacts of belief in moral causality. Section 1. Understanding karma across cultures. 1. The concept of karma in Hinduism and Buddhism. In Hinduism and Buddhism, karma is not merely about actions but also encompasses thoughts, words, and intentions. In Hinduism, karma is categorized into three main types. Sanchita karma, accumulated karma, the sum of past actions that have yet to manifest. Prarabdha karma, present karma, the portion of accumulated karma that is currently influencing one's life. Agami karma, future karma, the karma generated by current actions, which will shape future experiences. Buddhism, especially Mahayana Buddhism, emphasizes that karma is not fixed. Through the practice of morality, concentration, and wisdom, one can transform negative karma and avoid suffering from past misdeeds. 2. Karma in Taoism and East Asian thought. Unlike Hinduism and Buddhism, Taoism does not have a strict concept of karma but instead embraces the principle of cause and effect and the balance of yin and yang. Negative actions disrupt this balance, leading to corresponding consequences. In Confucianism, while the concept of karma is not explicitly mentioned, the belief in retributive justice remains strong. A person who lives ethically and respects social values is believed to receive blessings, while unethical individuals are thought to face misfortune. 3. Karma in Western philosophy. While the term karma is not directly present in Western philosophy, the idea of cause and effect appears in various doctrines. Plato referred to the immortality of the soul and the process of reincarnation, where individuals are responsible for their past actions. Aristotle believed that every action forms a habit, shaping a person's character and leading to inevitable consequences. Kant proposed the categorical imperative, asserting that one's actions not only affect the individual but also shape society. A popular Western proverb, "What goes around comes around," reflects the belief that one's actions eventually return to them. 4. Karma in psychology and science. In psychology, belief in karma significantly influences human behavior. Studies show that individuals who believe in karmic justice tend to lead more ethical lives, commit fewer crimes, and take greater responsibility for their actions. Behavioral scientists have identified several psychological phenomena related to karma. The just world hypothesis. People tend to believe that good deeds lead to rewards and bad deeds to punishment. The boomerang effect. Negative actions can backfire, causing harm to the perpetrator. The Pygmalion effect. When individuals believe in positive outcomes, they are more likely to act in ways that bring them to fruition. These findings suggest that karma is not just a mystical belief but also has a scientific basis in shaping human behavior and social order. Section 2. The Farmer's Trial, a Story of Karma. The hardships of Peter and his wife. Peter, a hard-working farmer, lived a humble life with his wife in a small village. One day, the couple traveled to a distant city to sell their grains. The journey was supposed to bring them prosperity, but fate had a different plan. As they were returning home, a band of ruthless robbers attacked them, stripping them of everything they had. With no money, no resources, and no shelter, they were left stranded in a foreign land, seeking help from a monk. Desperate and directionless, Peter noticed a Buddhist monk giving a sermon outside the city. With no other options, he approached the monk, explaining his dire situation. The monk, recognizing Peter's sincerity, guided him to a wealthy merchant who might offer help. A desperate bargain. The merchant agreed to lend Peter money but required collateral. Having no possessions left, Peter made a heartbreaking decision. He mortgaged his wife in exchange for funds, vowing to return and reclaim her once he built his business. With the money, Peter entered the grain trade. His sharp instincts and relentless determination helped him succeed rapidly. Within months, he amassed enough wealth to repay his debt. Betrayal and lies. Eager to reunite with his wife, Peter returned to the merchant, only to receive devastating news. His wife had supposedly died from an illness. The merchant claimed he had done everything to save her but failed. Heartbroken but resigned, Peter accepted the tragic turn of events. However, when he returned to the monk, he was met with skepticism. The monk suspected deceit and advised Peter to seek justice from the king. Section 3. The Fight for Justice. Unveiling the truth. With the monk's words lingering in his mind, Peter realized that he had been too quick to accept his wife's supposed fate. He steeled himself and decided to seek justice. He traveled to the royal court, where the king was known for his wisdom and fairness. Upon hearing Peter's plea, the king ordered an immediate investigation into the matter. He summoned the merchant, demanding an explanation. Under pressure, the merchant hesitated but stuck to his story, that Peter's wife had fallen ill and died despite his efforts to save her. However, the king was not easily deceived. He instructed his guards to search the merchant's estate thoroughly. Days later, shocking news arrived. Peter's wife was found alive, locked in a secluded chamber, weak but unharmed. Karma's judgment. The merchant, upon being confronted with the undeniable truth, fell to his knees, begging for mercy. He confessed that he had grown fond of Peter's wife and, unwilling to let her go, fabricated the story of her death to keep her as a servant. Outraged, the king declared that justice must be served. The merchant was sentenced to repay Peter double the amount he had taken. His business was seized, and he was exiled from the city. As for Peter's wife, she was deeply moved by her husband's perseverance. The two embraced, their bond stronger than ever, knowing that truth had triumphed in the end. The monk's wisdom. Peter and his wife returned to the monk, who smiled knowingly. You see, karma does not merely work in the next life, it manifests in this life as well. The righteous may suffer trials, but truth always prevails in the end. Peter, humbled by his experience, bowed before the monk and vowed to live with even greater integrity. He used his wealth not only to rebuild his life but also to help those in need, ensuring that his prosperity was shared rather than hoarded. Moral of the story. This tale serves as a reminder that karma operates beyond mere punishment and reward. It is the universal force that upholds justice, ensuring that deception crumbles and truth stands tall. Even when wronged, one must not resort to revenge but trust in the natural unfolding of karma. For the universe has its way of balancing the scales. Section 4. The broader implications of karma. Expanded real-life examples of karma in action. The story of Peter is not just a tale, it reflects a universal truth observed across cultures and societies. History is filled with examples where karma has played out, reinforcing the idea that integrity and righteousness lead to lasting success. while deceit and injustice ultimately crumble. Corporate scandals and financial karma. Many large corporations have attempted to manipulate markets for short-term gains, only to face catastrophic downfall. Enron, 2001, once a thriving energy company, Enron collapsed due to fraudulent accounting practices. Executives who deceived shareholders faced severe legal consequences, proving that dishonesty, no matter how well disguised, is eventually exposed. Volkswagen emissions scandal, 2015, the automotive giant was caught manipulating emissions tests, leading to billions in fines, loss of reputation, and a decline in consumer trust. These cases highlight that no matter how much power or influence one holds, deceptive actions have a way of coming back to haunt those responsible. Political leaders and the fall of dishonesty. History is filled with politicians who misused their positions for personal gain, only to meet an unfortunate end. Richard Nixon and Watergate, 1972. A powerful president was forced to resign after his involvement in a political scandal was exposed. His attempt to cover up illegal activities led to the destruction of his career. The downfall of corrupt dictators, from ancient rulers to modern-day leaders. Those who ruled unjustly, oppressed people, and manipulated power have eventually faced revolution, imprisonment, or exile. These examples reinforce that leadership should be rooted in morality and justice, as deceit inevitably leads to ruin. Karma in personal relationships. While large-scale examples are compelling, karma operates in everyday life as well. Consider. A person who repeatedly lies in relationships may eventually find themselves in a web of mistrust, losing valuable connections. Acts of kindness and sincerity often come back in unexpected ways, building strong friendships and lasting respect. Personal integrity, like financial and political ethics, determines long-term happiness and stability. Psychological and moral lessons from karma. Karma is not merely an external force that punishes or rewards, it operates within our psyche, shaping our choices and behaviors. 1. The role of patience in justice. Justice is rarely instantaneous. Many people abandon their path of righteousness because they do not see immediate results. However, patience and perseverance play a crucial role in allowing karma to unfold naturally. A student who consistently works hard, even without immediate recognition, will eventually achieve success. A person who endures unfair treatment without resorting to vengeance will often see the truth emerge in time. By trusting the process of karma, individuals can maintain their ethical stance even when faced with challenges. 2. The nature of deception and its consequences. Deception may offer temporary advantages, but the weight of lies eventually collapses on those who build their lives upon them. Psychological studies show that dishonest people live with heightened stress and anxiety, as they constantly fear exposure. A dishonest businessperson may profit in the short run but will ultimately lose credibility and trust, which are far more valuable assets in the long term. This highlights why ethical living is not just about moral values but also about sustaining long-term peace and stability. 3. The importance of faith in a higher moral order. Faith in karma, justice, or simply the principle of integrity provides people with the courage to do what is right, even when faced with adversity. Many historical figures, Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and Mother Teresa, dedicated their lives to righteousness despite immense obstacles. Their unwavering belief in justice allowed them to create lasting change. In everyday life, those who believe in doing good without expecting immediate rewards often find that their actions return to them in unexpected and fulfilling ways. Faith in karma, whether understood as spiritual justice or psychological cause and effect, serves as a guiding force that leads people toward a more meaningful, balanced life. Final reflection. This extended discussion illustrates how karma functions beyond mere belief. It is a principle that governs ethical behavior, societal order, and personal well-being. Through historical, psychological, and moral lenses, we see that karma is not just a mystical concept but a profound reality that shapes our lives. Conclusion. How can we apply these lessons? The story of Peter teaches us that karma is not just a mystical concept, it is a principle deeply embedded in social, psychological, and moral structures. Every action, no matter how small, sets a chain reaction in motion. So how can we ensure that karma works in our favor? Act with integrity. Make decisions that align with honesty and fairness. Be patient. Justice and retribution may take time, but persistence is key. Trust in justice. Even when deception seems to win, truth has a way of emerging. If applying karma's rules could change Peter's life forever, could it change yours too? The answer lies in your actions today. Did this story resonate with you? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more life-changing wisdom.